We've introduced to Nollywood. We've told you about our likes.
Yeah.
Our dislikes. We have not told you about our dislikes, but that's coming later. Because those are plenty. But we now need to tell you things to watch out for. Number 1, continuity errors.
Oh God, don't get me started.
Are they not ashamed to put their name?
I know.
They should be. If they are not, they should be.
My own is, I don't understand. Can you not see what you're doing?
I don't know.
Like, obviously, when you go into pre-production and post-production, does the person not review?
Can you not see the boom mic like right there?
It's not even
the boom mic is always there.
Okay, let's say you film 2 different scenes. You film 2 same scene. You film one on one day. You film one on the next day. Please, how has that person changed the entire outfit?
Change their hair.
Yeah, change the hair. That's the one that gets me the most. The hair.
One day they have braids, the other day they have done all back.
Thank you. Oh, the other one that gets me is there's a film I watched. I can't remember what the film was, and it was the eyelashes the lady was wearing.
Oh, the eyelashes changed?
Yes, no. The eyelashes. One of the eyelashes had come off.
Oh yeah, I think I watched that.
I think we watched that film together. Yeah. One of the eyelashes had come off.
That was hilarious.
I'm like, is everyone on this set blind?
I don't understand. You know, you've been on a movie set. What
I've been on several movie sets. To be honest, being on a movie set, it all depends on who you're working with.
That's
the
true.
movie sets that I've been fortunate to be on, they've obviously had a continuity guy, they've had a wardrobe guy.
But continuity is hard. It's hard.
Continuity is hard, but that's why you take a picture.
Yeah, obviously.
You take a picture before you shoot whatever scene you're about to go and film.
And if once you have 1 week to do something, you're not going to be taking pictures and reviewing them. Though.
That's the job of continuity. That's the job of someone.
But do they not shame to put their name there?
But that's what I'm telling you, is because they don't pay. That's the thing with some Nollywood films. They don't pay attention to the littlest detail.
It's not even little details though.
It is, in a way. It's in terms of everything else. Continuity is little in terms of everything else.
But guys, the continuity errors. That's it.
But then I have to be brutal since I'm obviously judging people, and I have to judge myself.
Judge yourself.
I have to judge myself. I have to.
You know what you have done.
I know. I have done a lot.
Yeah.
So we were filming one of my short films a while ago, and luckily for me, I picked up on it. But I picked up on it after we'd already filmed like 3 or 4 takes of this particular scene that we were filming. The boom mic and the person holding the boom mic was in the shot.
So so I mean, even Hollywood have continuity errors.
They do, yeah.
But I won't too much, I beg.
Recently, the Games of... Even though I don't watch Game of Thrones. But someone had a cup of coffee on the table.
Yeah. What was that
But my issue is, why did they not edit that part out? So
maybe no one noticed.
That's my problem with continuity. People don't notice this thing unless it's too late.
Yeah.
It gets to a point where you become blind to certain things.
That's
so
true.
Good on them.
But that's why you need a continuity error continuity person that is not part of your film crew.
Exactly.
But yeah, prepare for continuity errors.
Yes.
Not so much. First of all, the boom mic issue nowadays, because they use what they call the
lavalier.
Yeah, whatever that is, microphone.
Yeah.
That's not as often. That doesn't happen anymore. But old Nollywood movies, boom mic here, there. You see somebody holds the mirror in the background. You see that. I tire for us.
No, but that's what I'm saying. At least you can tell that they had a passion, they had a dedication.
There's a passion, there's a dedication. Yes.
Because obviously they had to make use of what they had to make the films that has obviously burned its way in our memories right now.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So obviously, one of the biggest things, like Marianne has just said, is continuity.
Yeah. Number 2, special effects.
Okay, so I have a love-hate relationship with special effects in Nollywood.
I just hate it.
I have a love-hate. Some special effects are good, but obviously the recent special effects are good. But the olden days special effects, my friend.
But then that's all they had to work. Okay.
No, Miriam.
Is this segment just going to be us bringing up person in industry and then explaining it away?
Yes.
Because it seems like that's what's happening right now. But okay.
Yeah. No, the reason I just said no for what you just said now is because it's not all they have to work with.
I mean, some days
you can make. That's the thing. You can tweak your script in such a way that you don't need special effects. It's all about what the mood you're creating. But my issue with special effects back then is they would go and get a clip. So let's say, for example, you're in a forest, and what animal do we not have in Nigeria? Think of a
Eagle.
random animal
Do
that
we have
don't
eagles?
have. I think we have eagles. Do
I
we?
have no idea. Oh god.
Let's just say like a lion
We
or
have
something.
lions.
We have lions,
We're
but
just
that are
showing our
native.
ignorance
No,
here.
no animals that are native to
Yeah, but I
to
know what
the
you mean.
forest,
I know what
the
you
wild
mean.
forest in
Yeah.
Nigeria.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then you gotta find squirrel.
It's not even. That's not even that exactly. But what they do is they
No,
go
I
on
think
all these
squirrel is
discovery.
bushmeat.
Squirrel is not native to Nigeria. They go on all these discovery channels.
Yes.
And they literally cut out a
Yes.
scene of a random animal that is not even native to the continent Africa,
it's not needed.
and they edit it into the film. So let's say someone is going to the evil forest now, and they're all, oh, there's an animal here, oh, he's going to eat me.
It just takes you
And the
right
next
out.
thing, the next thing you see one, I don't know, you see one bear, you see one snow bear.
You see
snow
polar
bear.
bear.
Polar bear,
Watch
right?
that.
Like you see a polar bear just chilling in the forest. I'm like,
The
come
jungles
on.
of Africa.
I'm like, come
Polar
on.
bear.
Really?
Sometimes it's not needed. It is not needed at all. So
Do you remember that film that was going around Instagram from a Ghanaian film? Okay, so in Hollywood films, when they obviously have gunshot scenes and gunshot victim, the actual actors themselves, they wear a
blood bag.
they wear a blood bag that is either it's timed to go for a certain time,
Yeah.
or you can actually shoot rubber bullets at
Yeah.
it and it will go off. And there was one film I watched. This was the first ever film I saw it being used in Nollywood, and I think it was Ramsey Noah that wore it or somebody. And the way that tripped my mind, I thought, oh my god, there was another film with Ramsey Noah that he got stabbed.
Oh yeah, I know that film.
He got
I know that
stabbed.
film. Nothing trips
And
me.
that tripped because I thought, oh my god, Ramsey Noah got stabbed for real. And then obviously when I got older, I realized that they used a 2-part knife, a 2-way knife.
True, yeah. So there's so many practical things we could do that we don't have to rely on special effects.
Yes.
So that is something you really have to look out for.
Oh, you have to look out for volume.
Oh my god.
Volume.
But as a filmmaker, tell me this.
Yeah.
Why?
Okay. It all depends on where you're filming, and it all depends on the sort of actors and actresses you're using. In Africa, in Nigeria as a whole,
We shout.
Exactly, we shout.
We are literally shouting right now.
That's exactly what we're doing. We shout. That's our way of talking. We don't.
Not even the actors. The actors are not the problem, right? It's the fact that scene 1, volume is at 2. Scene 2, volume is at 50. Scene 3, volume is at 25.
That's
What
why
is
it's
that
always
about?
best to use an external sound recorder, because if you use an external audio recorder, you can easily tweak all of that. But you see why this happens in most films is because they probably use the audio recorder that is built into the camera in one scene, and then in the second scene, if you use different cameras have different audio
volumes.
capacity.
So
So that's what the main issue is. Then that's why when you're watching a film, like the first part the audio is good, second part you're like, what's going on? Third part you're literally having to turn your TV down because you're about to go deaf.
yeah, see, we learned something today.
Yeah,
So that is like a massive thing to look out.
that's a massive thing to look out for.
Something we look out for that I don't feel like it's our fault, but low quality definition.
Not necessarily, because first of all, we have to at this day and age, most of the films we watch, apart from the films on Iroko and Netflix, we get them from YouTube.
Yeah.
And most of these YouTube channels that upload films, because obviously internet in Nigeria is not that great,
That's
depending on where you are.
That's true.
So because of that, they have to downgrade the quality of the film to be able to post it online for us to watch. So I feel like that does play a major role.
That's
Another thing that most Nigerians don't do, or most Nollywood filmmakers don't do, is they don't color correct. That's the difference between that Hollywood's crisp definition and that Nollywood's typical definition of film.
Oh my god, the fact that they cannot name films with sense.
Oh, don't
Things to watch out for.
misnaming of films.
Misnaming of films. They cannot name films with sense.
Nope. Speaking from experience, you will find, let's say you know exactly what this film is called, you go on YouTube.
Which most of the time you don't.
Yes.
That's okay.
You go on YouTube, you find 3 different titles
Of
the same god. Things to watch out for, especially on YouTube.
Definitely.
When you see a poster, don't click the film based on the poster.
Don't do that.
Because a film will be uploaded, let's say today, It tells you 2019 film.
It is not.
It puts a recent poster on it.
It is not.
But when you start watching this film, you realize this film was made in 1998.
Lies. All lies.
For real.
All
Or
lies.
the films that put, another thing to watch out for are the films that put their biggest, let's say the A-list star, they blow them up on the poster of
Regina
the film.
Daniels. Regina Daniels will be in the film for 2 minutes.
Legit.
Meanwhile, she will occupy 80% of the poster.
At least Regina Daniel will show face.
It's true.
Many
You know what?
names.
They have been doing that thing with me, with Frederick Leonard, you know? I just want to see that fine boy.
I know,
I really
right?
just want to see him, but he's never there.
I know. Raise me a
Be
shoulder.
better.
And another thing that you have to look out for in Nollywood film is we don't use conventional camera angles. We don't position the camera in a conventional way. We don't use music, sound in a conventional way. A typical Nollywood film, just by listening to the theme song,
Oh,
you
yes,
already
that's a good
know-
thing.
You already know the story. And I'm going to shed some light about that. So you see in America, in Hollywood, if you're going to make a film, the title of your film has to relate to what your film is.
Yeah.
In Nollywood, we don't have that. Back then, it was similar. Your title was similar to what your film was.
Yeah.
But right now, that doesn't work. I'm sorry, you can have a film that's talking about Z, and the title will be A. That's how it used to be. So I feel like the only way that you could know what was going to happen in your film was through the soundtrack. So Hollywood, they have the title to let them know what's going on, and Nollywood, we have the soundtrack to let us know what's going on.
I felt like that. I think that's just the charm of Nollywood.
That is.
Is it annoying? Yeah. And I sort of like the fact that, obviously, we have our the word is like leitmotifs. So we have music that is native to Nollywood, right? That represents something. If you're watching a Nollywood movie, a Hollywood movie, and hear that that just you know that something bad's about to happen. And in Nollywood, we have our own. You know, you have that. So we have those sounds that are native to Nollywood,
as well.
that we know. Someone that doesn't know about Nollywood doesn't know what's going on, and they're just like, "Why are you playing this song?" That is, but we, as like people that watch Nollywood, we know what's happening. I guess what I'm trying to say is that we have our own language. And I do feel like the fact that we have our own language is looked down upon because it's not Hollywood language.
Yeah,
because
that's
we're
what I
doing
mean
things
by
differently.
we don't do film conventionally. We don't.
Yes.
We don't conform to.
We create our own tropes. We create our own themes. We create our own we have our own filming, our own script languages. Things that, for example, if a girl is pregnant, she's going to throw.
Of course, and then they will open her eyes and start to look at her eye, pregnancy in the eye.
No, but that is I forgot. That is sort of short for that she's pregnant.
Yeah,
we make multiple jokes about it because we don't do the same things as Hollywood. Nollywood gets mocked
too much.
That's what
too much.
So they make fun of the fact that if the girl's throwing up, she's pregnant. Yes, but please, how else would you know she's pregnant?
Thank you.
You know what? Let's just talk about Nollywood on social media.
Oh my god.
Instagram, Twitter.
Okay.
Let's go into that.
Don't get me started on this.
Let's get head up.
Okay, so Nollywood on social media.
Oh,
so obviously.
Words are going to be said.
Yes. Obviously, nowadays, everything is on social media. If you're not on social media, who are you? But what I have to say is, guys, this gets me really emotional. It gets
deep.
me...
It's deep.
That's the word. It's deep. It's hella deep. So you get people who are so quick to make fun of Nollywood on social media.
And Nollywood is funny. It's hella funny. They're like, we make so many mistakes.
Yeah, we make so many mistakes. There's a difference between being given constructive criticism and being
someone that comes from a place of love.
Hater. Yes.
Oh, I don't watch Nollywood movies. You know what? That is the phrase I hate the most. That, to be honest, that is the phrase I hate the most. I don't watch Nollywood movies.
Do you want an award?
But you watch Hollywood movies, Shay?
You go and pay.
Oh.
No, let's not go there. Let's not go there. So back to this Instagram things. There's obviously different pages on Instagram that just they go through all these YouTube channels and find the most, let's say,
out of context.
Yes, scenes that are filled with mistakes. and then they obviously post them on Instagram going, Nollywood this, Nollywood this and stuff. I'm like, okay, hold on.
Nollywood needs to stop.
Nollywood this stuff. I'm like, hold on, my friend, come back here, sit down there, hold on. First of all, you don't watch Nollywood films.
Clearly.
Secondly, this scene is from a good 20 damn years ago.
That is another thing. They take... Okay, as an industry, we're still a really young industry. Like, how old is Hollywood? Yeah. It's over 100... Okay, maybe not. But it's really young. It's like 80... Like, there were films in 1920.
Yeah.
So it's really old. We are a very young industry. Like, some people might say, oh, we're more than... Yeah.
We started in the 70s, didn't we?
Yeah, and some people might even say we're only 20 years old, or we started in the 70s, but whatever. Like, 1992, Living in Bondage was the very first Nollywood movie to go on video. So, we are a young industry. So, obviously, we made a lot of mistakes as we're going. It's not... I won't even call it mistakes. I'll call them learning hurdles.
Learning curves,
learning curves. Things that we needed to learn. Things that we did wrong. Things that were just because something didn't even look nice doesn't mean that this is just a general philosophy towards life. Just because something doesn't look nice doesn't mean that people cannot enjoy it.
Exactly.
Just because something doesn't look right, it's not done correctly doesn't mean that people cannot enjoy it.
But guys, my biggest issue related to this topic is, even if you look at a Hollywood film from a good 20 years ago, I'm pretty sure there's certain mistakes. They
make so many.
Yeah, they're saying things that you look like and be like, okay, they need to stop. Yeah, but don't come and bring things from a good 20 years ago and use the eye of 2019 to judge
look at
it.
Yes,
that's my biggest issue.
People don't do that with Hollywood.
Exactly.
And obviously, do you watch a lot of Bollywood movies?
I do, actually.
I don't watch a lot of Bollywood movies, so I don't really know about it. So I don't really know. I can't really speak as to the Bollywood aspect of it, because I feel like people that watch Bollywood actually really like Bollywood.
Yeah, there's a lot of... You'll be surprised how much Nigerians specifically actually watch Bollywood.
Yeah. Z-Word madness.
Z-Word.
High five.
High five.
Yo, guys, you need to watch this. What's it called? Z-Word madness. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's on
Check
YouTube.
it out.
Right? Yeah, it's all about... They just give Nollywood a bad name. Yes.
Our own people.
They don't realise the power of social media.
Yes.
You see how over the years... I'll give you guys a quick example. When we were in school, it wasn't cool to be African. It wasn't cool to listen to African music.
It wasn't cool to watch African movies.
Exactly. Right now, African music has taken over the scene. And I'm pretty sure that Nollywood films, we're getting there.
We are Nollywood on the rise, man.
Yeah, we are steadily getting there. And the way people learn about things like this is on social media.
Yes.
We are so lucky in this generation that we can easily just go on our phone anywhere we are and access people from anywhere in the world.
But then, I just have to say this too. Sometimes, if you go to YouTube and you search Nollywood movies, the things that come up are generally really embarrassing. And I think we should be embarrassed about those.
Yeah, that's because they put it on as a clickbait.
Yeah, but I still don't think... So, while we're talking about social media, we're also including those uploaders. Those uploaders on YouTube.
Oh my God, don't get me started.
Don't do that to us, guys.
No, I have to branch off course and come and park my car right here and talk about this topic. YouTube.
YouTube be better.
YouTube, if you can hear me, please.
If you are listening, YouTube.
If you are listening, I am begging you. You need to do something about it because this is getting out of hand.
Please, I think I'll beg you.
I swear, it's getting ridiculous. Okay, so you go on YouTube and search for a film. Let's say you search for what? Throw me a film. King of Boys. Or when Wedding Party came out. Go on YouTube, you type in Wedding Party. You find 100 films titled Wedding Party. And then you click on them, and these films have absolutely nothing to do with Wedding Party.
It's just a game, baby.
No, that is my biggest issue. That drives me mad.
But that's just a Nigerian mentality, isn't it?
And it's such a bad mentality to have. There was one film, I think this was about 2 years ago when I think Wedding Party first came out.
Yeah.
And I typed something on YouTube and it came up and I knew it wasn't Wedding Party, but it was such an interesting film that I thought, you know what, I'm going to watch it.
But here's the thing, no one would have clicked on it if it didn't have Wedding Party in it.
No, but regardless, you will still be able to watch a film. Because there's no point of you finding a good film that you've watched. You spent, 2 hours watching the first couple of parts. You want to watch the ending. You're then looking for the ending. You don't know what the film is called. For you to go and
going back to the special effects thing, you see on social media that people make fun of the special effects in Nollywood. But I bet you, if that same special effects is used in Hollywood, no one says a thing. Even if they are bad, no one says a thing.
Mm-hmm.
For example, that weird ass dragon thing.
I'm not gonna name films, but I know a couple of films that if the special effects that was used in that film was used in Hollywood, we would not hear the end of it.
Thank you.
We would not hear the end of it. It's obvious and clear. I understand you're using CGI, I get it. But it's obvious and clear that whoever did your special effects used some gaming software that makes it look cheap as hell.
But no one says anything.
No one says anything because it's Hollywood. Because everyone sees Hollywood as the trendsetters.
The trendsetter.
They see them as a trendsetter, and you're not big enough to correct them.
Yeah, is it big enough? It's just It's just like,
who are you to correct
exactly
Hollywood? That's the thing. They look at you as.
But if we use the same in ours, all of a sudden, it's cheap.
Everybody
It
wants
fake.
to talk.
No.
And guys, I have to put it here: the people that are so quick to judge are the ones that don't even watch the films.
Thank you.
They don't even watch the films.
So, what can you find Nollywood movies?
YouTube is the biggest one.
YouTube has probably the biggest database.
Yeah, and the funniest thing about YouTube is a lot of producers and filmmakers are now having their own
original channels. So check out YouTube. Just search in Nollywood movies. Good luck with that. There's Netflix. Netflix has some really banging stuff. It's Netflix. Just type in Nollywood.
I was about to say something really harsh.
Let's not. Let's save it. Let's kind of find another day. There's a lot on Amazon Prime. Surprisingly,
if you want to save money, if you want to save time, if you want a budget, the best place for you to find a variety of Nollywood film is YouTube. Stick to YouTube.
But there are places like Afrivo,
Ibaka, like Iroko TV, Ibaka. Yeah, so that's all. But all of these channels we just mentioned, the last three we just mentioned, you have to pay some sort of subscription.
So the most accessible one is YouTube.
YouTube is the most money friendly of them all.
See you next time on Exploring Nollywood.
We're not seeing them.
We're
talking to them.
Talk to you next time on Exploring Nollywood. See you next time on Exploring Nollywood.
We're not seeing them. We're talking to them.
Talk to you next time on Exploring Nollywood.